Thanks for watching Halftime TV. This is Leon Bailey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. And today we'll be doing a little video about the Reggae Boyz and the upcoming games that the Reggae Boyz have scheduled. And I know the Reggae Boyz fans, you're super excited, you can't wait, but there are certain things that I need to address. And I think I felt compelled to addressing this because it's been a recurring concern from the fans, from myself, from most people when it comes down to Reggae Boyz and whenever they're playing. Big up yourself, Elite Sports. Big shout out as well to the Halftime TV sponsors. Quick Link Shipping, anything you need shipped into the island, they have you covered. And remember the telephone number, 876-454-1979. So we spoke about the Reggae Boyz a couple of days ago, and we're going to be talking about them again. Now, I know everyone has already seen the video with Arsenal's Reiss Nelson. It's surfaced on social media, and since then it's basically been everywhere because it's been the topic of discussion. What does this photo mean? Is this basically saying Reiss Nelson is officially going to be representing Jamaica? I did some checks, I made some calls, and everyone seemed super tight-lipped, right? I don't know what that's about, but basically no one wants to let go of anything. But before we get to the Reiss Nelson situation, let me give the Jamaica Football Federation a word of advice, right? Jamaica is not a Brazil, England, Argentina, Italy. Jamaica is none of those teams, right? And what do I mean by that? As far as footballing goes, we don't have that bucket of history or trophies or all of that, right? As such, we need to put in the work if we need the results. Now, the last time the Reggae Girls were playing, and they came here to Canada as well, and I spoke to a couple of them, and they were dissatisfied with the promotion behind their game that was played in Jamaica. They're one of the main sponsors, KFC, and people were saying, hey, put flyers on the door, KFC, highly traversed area. Put some flyers there. One of the players mentioned that, hey, we were traveling in the elevator, and even in the elevator to our hotel, there were flyers saying, hey, Jamaica versus Canada at X point, at Y point. It's no, and I saw this on the Jamaica Football Federation social media page, Instagram page. 10 days to go, right? 10 days to go. That was the last post I saw, 10 days to go. So we've been having countdown. But outside of that, we haven't really seen or we haven't really heard much about the game that's coming up next week. Now, on June 6th, which is next week, Thursday, I think it's next week, Thursday, Jamaica plays Dominican Republic, and this is a World Cup qualifier. This is a World Cup qualifier, and people, World Cup, 2026 World Cup, big, the greatest footballing show on the planet, right? The greatest footballing show, the greatest footballing spectacle on the planet that we currently live on, right? And we have a World Cup qualifier coming up. Jamaica did exceptionally well in the Nations League recently concluded, and we're looking to participate in the Copa America in a couple of weeks. We're looking to participate in the Copa America in a couple of weeks, and yet it's almost as if there is a hush-hush. I don't know. There's a song about it. Can you keep a secret? We don't want a secret keep. We don't want it to be a secret. We want everyone to know that Jamaica is playing. We want everyone to know where Jamaica is playing. We want everyone to know time, place, admission, everything. And I think the Jamaica Football Federation, once more, them drop the ball, right? The Jamaica Football Federation, you need to do far better when it comes down to promotion, right? We saw Jamaica Premier League concluded a couple of days ago now. Yeah, lost track of the weeks, to be honest. And I won't even go as far as to say the Jamaica Invitational, because there's a track meet, and we know it's chalk to cheese when it comes down to track and field and to football as it relates to support in Jamaica, right? So we see the Jamaica Premier League, and we saw the support. We saw the support that came out for the Jamaica Premier League, and I know that a lot of Jamaican football fans, they will be using that as a premise, or they'll be using that as a comparative factor to say, hey, Jamaica Premier League final happened last week, the semi-final and the final, and these are the numbers, 20,000, 15,000. Why? We saw organizers, we saw sponsors from the Jamaica Premier League going on radio stations, going on television stations, as well as through their social media platforms, advertising aggressively to ensure that everyone knew about it. We saw the respective clubs, and we know national football is different because, and I used to say this with national football and schoolboy football as well, because I used to go to Rossi's High School, right? So for those who don't know, big up Rossi's High School, Laborum near Winky, Western Jamaica, the best school on the planet, and that's not even up for debate. But I don't want to digress. When Rossi's and Cornwall College are playing, right, regardless of where this match is being played, any stadium in Jamaica, regardless of where the match is playing, any stadium in Jamaica, you're guaranteed at least 25,000 people. And I said any stadium that this match is being played. And even now, when Rossi's not at their best and Cornwall College not at their best, you're still guaranteed at least, and I say at least, right? Because of the support that these teams garner. Local Premier League, similar situation. Mount Pleasant, relatively new. However, it's a team representing St. Anne. As a result, St. Anne Massive came out and they supported their team. Right? Waterhouse, big up Waterhouse as well. You know how it is, the Firehouse family. Massive support. Arnett Gardens, massive support. TG, massive support. So these teams, they have their respective fans who come out and support them. So people will say, hey, you can't compare local Premier League to national football. But you can. You can, because it's these same fans that are supporting their respective clubs. It's these same fans, they are your target audience. These are the fans that you need to target. These are the fans that you need to create that demand for them to want to come out and support the national team. Right? So that's what I'm saying. That's what I want the Jamaica Football Federation to pay attention to, because only then are we going to take the next step towards actually garnering the real support of the fans in the national stadium, right? We look at it as, hey, there is a cost associated with this, and the cost is so exorbitant we can't afford it, or so many excuses. We're tired of hearing the excuses, right? We're tired of hearing the excuses. The players, when they're going out there, they want to ensure that they're playing in front of fans who are supporting them. How many times have you been watching games and you see players are down, and because of the support that they're getting from the fans, they actually find that extra bit of energy? I know it's Dominican Republic, right? But we can't take these teams lightly, right? We can't take these teams in the region lightly. We have to approach every game like it's a final if we intend on playing in the 2026 World Cup, right? We got that out of the way. Sorry for going on that rant. But as a student of marketing and communication from University of the West Indies, when I see things like these, such a rich and a ripe opportunity for the Jamaica Football Federation to say, hey, we can capitalize on this, right? The local Premier League finished a couple of days ago, even at the local Premier League final, we should have been promoting aggressively the next big game in Jamaica, which is the World Cup qualifier. And let me know what you guys think, and let me know what you guys think. Am I being too harsh? Am I assessing it too deeply? Yeah, or is it not that big of a deal? Let me know. I'm curious to hear. So you can always leave that in the comment section. All right, next pointer, the squad. Right, so the squad for the upcoming World Cup qualifier, we still don't know who will be playing for Jamaica in the upcoming. Again, as I said, last post I saw from the Jamaica Football Federation, it says 10 days, right? So we will be playing the first World Cup qualifying game of this campaign in 10 days. We don't know who are the players who will be representing us. Again, and it ties back into our approach to marketing and our approach to advertising. We know some of the players are on vacation. We know some of the players they're taking a little bit of time out to spend some time with their families. After all, it's been a long season. I'm fine with that, right? We're fine with that. Players, they are human beings, right? They had long seasons. We're fine with that. But when you look at the Euros start, I think the first game for the Euros is June 14th, if I'm not wrong. So correct me if I'm wrong. I think the first the first game for the Euros is June 14, and we already saw Spain squad, we already saw Italy squad, we saw England squad, we saw a number of squads. For Copa America, you know, Argentina already released their squad, right? Argentina released their squad 7 days ago, and this is the world champion, right? For the Jamaica national team, and Tycoon said the squad will be out this Thursday or Friday, see? So basically 6 days, 5 days before the game, we're going to hear what the squad is. So things like these, people. If you want to build on the product, and I said product because Jamaican football is a product, all right? Jamaican football is a product. So when I say we want to build on it, it's all facets, right? So we're not just looking on one area. Announce the squad, have the players get here to Jamaica as early as they can. For those, obviously there will be some who can't get here 3-4 days before. Even have meet and greet, right? Right now, a lot of fans are complaining that they can't identify with the proper players because so many of the players are playing in England or whatnot. They don't know the players, etc. And some people are saying that's the reason why we're not seeing the support. I don't buy that, but still, if fans can identify with these players, because most of the players, they have people who handle their social media, they don't really go live, all of that. So it's difficult to build a bond with them. And these are the players representing us, you know. And personally, most of the players that I've had conversations with, very personable, very approachable individuals, have meet and greet, right? We have press conferences before the games. Usually there's one person there. I think it would do the world of good if we had meet and greet with a couple of the big players, the likes of even, and people, I think someone mentioned Leon Bailey a little bit earlier, even if it's not Leon Bailey, but a couple of the big players, right? Well, all of them big, but just get a couple of the players into a space, have people come out, meet and greet the players, have some some conversation, reason with them, ask a couple questions, get your jersey signed, that sort of thing, right? That's good publicity, right? That builds a sort of relationship with the players, and that's what you want. That's what you want with national team going into a World Cup qualifying campaign. Remember, we don't have the superstars on our team. You know? We don't have a Lionel Messi or a Cristiano Ronaldo, or we don't have these individual superstars who will bring 30 or 40 people into the 40,000 people into the national stadium. I can't hold 40,000, but you get the idea, right? Work on the marketing, people. Work on so many different YouTubers there, and you don't have to choose halftime TV, but there are so many different YouTubers who are out here doing content for the Jamaican football team. As a matter of fact, one of the prominent YouTubers actually works for the Jamaica Football Federation. So maybe you're majoring in the minors. Maybe you should be focusing more on using things like that to your advantage, right? So again, we're just throwing out some suggestions out there. You take it how you want to take it, Jamaica Football Federation, but the advice is free, right? Now, finally, the Reiss Nelson situation. And I posted the thumbnail first, and someone asked, what about Reiss Nelson? So for the squad that's upcoming, we've heard names like Mason Greenwood saying maybe he'll be included, Reiss Nelson, maybe he'll be included. Let me say it right now, none of that is confirmed. We don't know, and personally, I don't think either of those players will be included in the squad. Leon Bailey, I don't think he will be included in the squad either. He explicitly stated that his party is coming up, and as a result, he's focusing on his party. I think conversations may very well be happening behind the scenes, and again, I could be wrong. When I asked the questions from the representative from the Jamaica Football Federation, I didn't go on to ask about Leon Bailey. My question was primarily about Reiss Nelson, right? Based on the information that I received, the individual said he didn't know where the passport situation was, and he didn't know if Reiss Nelson would be included in the squad either. Based on the information, again, that I received, Reiss Nelson is in Jamaica on vacation. The jersey you see him wearing may very well be flirting with the Jamaican fans, and I know I know once you saw that jersey, the internet broke because everyone was excited because Reiss Nelson is currently going to be representing Jamaica. He's in Jamaica on vacation. We don't know what's happening behind the scenes. Maybe the Jamaica Football Federation is using the opportunity to continue those conversations and to secure his signature, his commitment to the local football, to the national football team. That has not yet been confirmed. But you will hear in the next couple of days, you'll hear in the next couple of days because the squad needs to come out sooner rather than later. Okay? So Reiss Nelson, as of now, got the jersey from Leon Bailey, as you can see, getting the big shout out from Leon Bailey there. Giving the big shout out to Leon Bailey. He's in Jamaica on vacation, and it's not necessarily that he's here to play football, to represent Jamaica. Okay? So that covers that. So let's go over to the comment section and hear what's happening. Tycoon, big up yourself. Marlon Andrew Lee, when the squad will be released, hopefully by the end of the week. James W. James W said June 1st. JFF and local media not selling the football to the country thanks to YouTube. Yeah, big up yourself. Good day. Will you still be interviewed with Bill Kamari that you indicated you would do? So Javane, in case you missed that episode, the interview that was originally scheduled with Bailey Kadamartri, he indicated that his agents advised him against the interview subsequently. So we had an agreement in place. Everything was all set. We did the thumbnails, we did the advertising, we booked some time off as well, and I'd even share the conversation with you. But I won't post it on my YouTube page. If you want, I can share it for full transparency. And then the wee hours, maybe a couple of hours before the actual interview, he sent me a message that he was advised that by his agent to basically not do any interviews now. So that's fine. That's fine by me. As I said, if players choose to come here and to sit down and talk with us, that's fine. But if you don't, that's also fine. So big up to the players who have been on Halftime TV, who've sat down with us and have spoken to us, because again, I'm not doing this for me, I'm doing it for the fans, so you can get an opportunity to hear what their thoughts are. And you know how we do the interviews. We have a few questions that we usually ask, and then afterwards we throw it over to the viewers and the subscribers to pose their questions as well, and then based on your questions we ask them. Because again, a lot of the questions that are being asked and a lot of the questions that we ask during our interviews are questions that you want the answers to. All right, so I'll ask the questions that I want the answers to, and then afterwards I turn it over to you so you can basically interview them yourself. All right, so yeah, big up everybody on that. But again, to the Jamaica Football Federation, still you're lacking in the marketing area. So you need to work on that. We're under 10 days now from big World Cup qualifying game, and there is a hush. It seems as if it's a top secret. By the way, big up Top Secret sound out of Hopewell, Hanover. Right? It's a top secret. I don't know. Personally, I was always of the opinion that when a football game is happening, you want everyone to know, kind of like a stage show, kind of like a party. You want as much people to know as possible. Right now, it seems as if the Jamaica Football Federation is keeping all the details to themselves. They don't want anyone to know. Right? We remember, the respective seasons finished when? Last weekend. I don't even know when the league finished. Last weekend, right? Last weekend. We have the Champions League coming up this weekend here. Right? So all eyes are on the Champions League for this weekend. But so much time from, and I know most of you guys would have seen the upcoming fixtures for the Jamaica national team. What that means is you have an idea of what games are being played. However, as it relates to the players who will be playing in these games, as it relates to the admission to these games, as it relates to the time that these games will be played, people need to know. It's not all the Reggae Boyz fans are privy to being a part of these groups that the Jamaica Football Federation has, or the JFF media group or all of that. Not all the fans have access to these groups, right? And because they don't have access to it, they have to rely on places like social media, on places like the local news and that sort of thing to get their information, right? So I don't know. And 876 stream, we saw that as well. We saw that. We saw them agree to the marketing deal. Man, obviously something's not been done correctly, right? So, and I'm not throwing 876 stream under the bus here, but something's not been done correctly. And this is supposed to be a huge entity. This is supposed to be a huge entity, you know. Yet here we are. I was listening to the radio this morning. One fan called in and said he was nervous. Fans nervous because they're not hearing anything about the game. Then they don't even know how much a ticket costs. It was subsequently revealed that it was $1,500 for bleachers and $5,000 for grandstand. But come on, fans shouldn't have to come on a radio. And how many other fans who probably aren't listening to the radio, or even those who are trying to call and didn't get through, they'll never find out. And by the time they find out 2 or 3 days before the game, probably they have to buy some gas put in your car. Probably you had to send lunch money for your kid or whatnot. Whatever, things come up. So you need to tell people, you need to let people know in advance. You need to promote, and that's why parties and parties like SUNS, these events, they continue to thrive because they're promoting. As soon as one is completed, they start promoting for the other one, and they're promoting and they're advertising aggressively to ensure that everybody knows. Someone would think, hey, SUNS is 10 years old, right? So they have their core following and all of that. Agree. But still, they're promoting and they're advertising and they're doing everything aggressively as if it's the first one happening. Yeah. But anyway, that's my thoughts. Let's hear what you, the viewers and subscribers, have to say. As I said, Halftime TV, we don't really stay too long. But the good thing is I was privy enough to attend the University of the West Indies. So big up Carimac. So when I see gaps, I can call out gaps, right? So the Caribbean Institute of Media and Communication, Carimac, yeah. So when we see gaps and when we see holes in their approach to marketing and to advertising and those sort of things, we can call them out. So it's not Halftime TV guessing how things are done or Halftime TV assuming that it should be done this way. No. When we see gaps, we can call them out. And this is me calling them out because they need to do better. And as the campaign progresses, I expect them to draw their socks up, right? We shouldn't be 2, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days before a game and no one's seen the coach, no one's seen any of the players. We see Reiss Nelson in a jersey basically flirting with the national team or the national fans, but no confirmation there. So it's a guessing game, right? We should know who will be representing us. We should be having even meet and greet this weekend to ensure that, hey, people can come out and remember it's a midweek game, you know. The game is being played Thursday night, right? Thursday night the game is being played. So people going to work and then they're gonna leave work and go. How much Jamaican fans, or even if they're not a fan, how much people who are on the fence are going to leave work on a Thursday evening? Remember, Thursday is the eve of Friday, and most people can't wait for Friday to come, right? You're going to leave work on the eve of Friday, which is Thursday, and you're going to go put in the extra effort to go watch the Reggae Boyz, having found out the day off or a couple of days before. Let me know, because I don't think a lot will. Anyway, as I said, again, we're going to leave it at that. Have yourselves a wonderful and a productive week. And remember, if you enjoy the content, smash the like button, leave your comments below, and we can continue the conversation there. If you don't, let us know how we can improve. Let us know how we can build on the product to ensure that you, the viewers and subscribers, are kept satisfied. Right? Peace.